All right, so Shueisha continues to remain silent regarding banned chapters of Ayakashi Triangle.
I forgot about the banned chapters thing.
Shueisha has continued to maintain radio silence regarding the removal of 2 chapters of Ayakashi Triangle from their digital Shonen Jump magazines.
Wait, even in Japan?
Back in January, Shueisha banned Ayakashi Triangle chapters 74 and 75 from both their Japanese Manga Plus app and English language partner Viz Shonen Jump app. Since then, there has been nothing but complete silence from either outlet outside of a vague confirmation statement by Viz on the series' English language webpage, informing readers simply that Ayakashi Triangle Chapter 74 and 75 will not be published on Shonen Jump. Ayakashi Triangle, a ninja exorcist manga with a twist. The latest series from Kentaro Yabuki, Ayakashi Triangle Chapter 74 and 75, will not be published on Shonen Jump. Oh no! What could it be? It looks so innocuous.
Oh, what could be
Those are
taken out? You mean?
Yeah. What are in the chapters?
Like I think a bath scene or something.
Sorry, I'm just enjoying the show.
I just looked it up, and I see why they did it, but why would you do it? There's like a bath scene, but there's also like some that.
Is this the exact scene?
No. Well, there's a bath scene.
How did you get inside of the robe? Should I stop scrolling?
Probably if they show any of the the nude silhouettes.
As long as
I'd stop there. I'd stop there. Do not proceed.
As long as the hold on, I want to see this.
Were we correct, Brad? Were we correct?
You know, I think I could. They put a big old black bar. Oh, another big old black bar.
Why don't we just verbally read the article without showing? Tell, don't show.
Wow,
Brad, why don't you vocalize?
Fishnet.
Yes. What about it?
All right, so I'm just making sure. Just making sure I'd actually turned off the screenshot. All right. Oh my God, this is a long article. I'm gonna
remember, guys. This is the guy who created Black Cat and did the art for To Love Ru.
Huh.
Wow,
as long as the chapters are released, as long as the chapters are released in the physical editions.
How did he get away with To Love Ru? Like the entire series of To Love Ru, and then this one become an issue.
Well, funny you should say that. I read the first 6 or something chapters back then, and it started out way tamer, and I'm like, oh, okay. And then I hear later on that it gets way etchier when we had this whole banned chapters, or was it the banned chapters thing? I don't know. Oh yeah, it must have been the banned chapters thing. But then when I hear that, I'm like, oh, I guess he was like, not enough people are reading, so let's crank up the heat.
You ready, Gohan?
Yeah, Dad.
The line is, let's turn up the heat.
How am I supposed to know that?
I only said it 4 podcasts ago. So anyway, a romance comedy ecchi manga by Black Cat and To Love Ru mangaka Kentaro Yabuki. Ayakashi Triangle has been running in Weekly Shonen Jump since June 2020. I'm already slurring my speech. This is going well. In a world filled with roaming Ayakashi, evil spirits who can only be stopped by skilled ninjas, protagonist Matsuri finds himself cursed by one such spirit to live as a girl until the curse can be lifted. Think Natsume's Book of Friends meets Ranma Half.
I'm just really I'm really worried for the anime localization being. Oh, he was born in the wrong body.
Ayakashi Triangle leans extremely on the ecchi side of the spectrum. For a second, I thought this was a dick silhouette out of the corner of my eye. I was like, oh no!
My.
Ayakashi Triangle leans extremely on the ecchi side of the spectrum and has become.
I'm gonna say no. that's ecchi, but that was no interspecies reviewers. The manga panels we saw.
All right, so it's become known for pushing limits with nudity and intimate content, serving as the basis for many of its jokes. Admittedly, the jokes are very hit or miss. I mean,
That's
not
like your opinion,
not
man.
the jokes I had to scroll past without screen sharing. But we've seen more visually disturbing content in Jump series like Jujutsu Kaisen and Chainsaw Man. Really? More off-putting than...
I'm gonna have to read these things soon. Like, you're getting me interested.
So chapter 74 and 75 were published in Weekly Shonen Jump as normal.
It's in English Shonen Jump too, Random 11. If you want.
I can't read Japanese, so that would help.
Ryan 11. I like this new canon for your name.
Are you gonna rename him?
No, I actually still like Randy 11 better. All right.
Oh yeah.
Chapter 74. They were published. But yet overseas the editors at Shueisha decided to refrain from releasing the chapters on Manga Plus. Further, despite us, as well as many others, having reached out to multiple Shonen Jump editors for comment, Further, despite us, as well as many others, having reached out to multiple Shonen Jump editors for comment, we've heard nothing from anyone involved. So, which one is the guy?
The one on the left.
Okay, so he goes.
That's
from
really a girl. It's got boobs.
So Brad,
have you been paying attention?
Yes,
Brad,
I have.
Brad,
Red eyes. That's why. Okay, got it.
are you telling me
I have the weirdest boner right now.
No. I was thinking about the fact that this character has the body of Rika from Gridman. That sloping downward. See, this is right here. This is the triangle. That's the Ayakashi triangle.
Those are some thick thighs.
The silence has left the manga community curious as to what kind of risque content Yabuki put in these chapters of Ayakashi Triangle to make Shueisha feel the need to push the ban button. Fans have called it the one of the strangest moves. Great job. Have called it one of the strangest moves out of Shueisha in a long time. When the chapters were first banned back in January, the manga community leapt into action, providing a fan translation literally the same day they were released. Who's this character?
No, I don't know.
I don't know. We don't read the manga.
Well, I did the first 6 chapters, but she wasn't in the first 6 that I could think of.
The content within chapter 74 and 75 is based around side character Lucy. There you go. That's her name. Lucy the detective.
Lucille Ball?
I read that like 4 times and I'm like, unidentified. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. I should stop drinking now. Okay. The character Lucy Tsukioka, an amateur detective currently investigating the disappearance of the male Matsuri, unaware of his current predicament. In chapter 74, Lucy's investigation leads her to Matsuri's home and she begins snooping around for clues. Amidst her investigation, she discovers that a multiple centuries old Russian snow fairy Ayakashi named Roka has been living with Matsuri and pretending to be his little sister. See, this is the thing, is that the Russian snow fairy, that's why they canceled it, because of Ukraine.
But the Ukraine thing didn't happen until, like, what, February?
They knew.
It's been happening in Japan before then. They've been keeping it under wraps. They're at war.
What's his name? The InfoWars guy.
Alex
Jones.
Alex Jones was saying back in the fall that something big was happening in Europe in March. He called
it. It was the chemicals in the water.
He knew it back then.
Chemicals in the water are making the Japanese population go down. However, as Lucy is in complete denial about the existence of Ayakashi, she's completely unable to see Roka in her true form. Eventually, Roka gets fed up and moves to change into her real form, but as she begins to transform, she vanishes before Lucy's eyes. Oh. Oh! Oh!
It's not as if you
Shocked,
didn't
Lucy
already
reaches
show
out
it.
to find her, only to wind up accidentally groping and inappropriately touching the Ayakashi. Though Lucy finds herself somehow turned on by this, she still can't see Roka. And of course, Roka freaks out and runs for help.
I mean, we can kind of see what's going on. That's the wall that you should not.
As for Chapter 75, its events are relatively tame in comparison to not only Chapter 74, but shonen manga in general. After cooking dinner and cleaning up for the evening, Matsuri decides to draw a bath, only to be suddenly joined by helpful Lucy, who offers to wash her back. What follows is a brief risque scene in which Lucy, believing Matsuri to be an alien due to her odd behavior and unawares that this strangeness is a byproduct of her gender switching curse, proceeds to sensually wash and move closer to her confused host. I want you to show it to me, Lucy
Why don't
tells...
you just remove the video stream altogether?
Because it's over. I want you to show it to me, Lucy tells Matsuri, referencing what she believes to be her true alien form. You're everything. Further, at the end of the chapter, Lucy's bare chest and genitalia, slightly censored by small white flashes, can be seen on full display. This kind of ecchi humor is typical for the series. The female Matsuri herself, only 16 years old, gets groped practically every chapter. It's okay, though, because it's actually a guy, right? Wait, hold on.
I don't know the names.
Yet 1 centuries-old Ayakashi that looks like a lolly gets into a similar situation and nope, banned. I did a live reaction for each chapter compared to the rest of Ayakashi trying to find chapter 74 75 to be tame. I can't remember if I can show this, but yes. Well, they're for YouTube, so yes, I can. I mean, chapter 75 is basically a typical chapter of Ayakashi Triangle, so the only reason I can speculate as to why chapter 75 was banned is because it was part of Lucy's story arc. What makes the whole situation even more interesting is that Ayakashi Triangle is getting an anime adaptation. Woo!
We did cover that, but yes, I'm looking forward to him getting more stuff of his manga turned into
how is he in 2 places at once?
Plot.
Hopefully, as the series is being produced by Aniplex, it won't end up in the interspecies reviewers type situation.
Oh no, I don't want to pay $1 for it. Especially if people are
the thing is, we're gonna get a what was it? Union Hot Springs situation where they don't release it at all.
7 Seas announced that it will be licensing Ayakashi Triangle and releasing the series uncensored in single volume editions as part of their Ghost Ship imprint.
Hold up. It's literally in Shonen Jump. Like Viz has Shonen Jump's English branch or whatever, so it's you can literally read it there.
Yeah, Viz got cut.
So that's kind of confusing, but it falls in line with 7 Seas. They got to Love Rue.
Mm-hmm. As of writing, though it's marketing as uncut seems to imply as such, it is currently unknown whether chapter 74 and 75 will be included in 7 Seas releases. What do you make of the situation surrounding Ayakashi Triangle? Okay, I forget to not read that. Okay, I think we should text. I think we should tweet it 7 Seas and ask, hey, will chapter 74 and 75
74 75 or bust?
Yeah,
literally
exactly.
They released that immediately, just the 2 chapters.
If you will commit to me a blood pact
what
to release chapter 74 and 75 uncensored, I will buy every volume.
So they've released all of To Love Her at this point. I think they're gonna do it. Especially since Ghost Ship is 7 Seas.
Are there a lot of lollies?
Are there
a lot of lollies in To Love Her?
I don't know what you consider freaking what do you call her? Yami?
Okay.
I think that's like the closest you get to into
So,
Love Ru.
74 and 75, well, they just came out, so they're not even in. There is no. They're in the next volume to be released in Japan, which doesn't have a date yet. Maybe. Might be out next month.
Anyway, either way, Seven Seas Ghost Ship line, that is their. It's not adult, but it's like more mature line of manga. So it's basically like how Critical Mass got interspecies reviewers.
Right.
So it's like the gates are open.